Well, let's talk about Joy's favorite subject.
Okay, I'm ready.
Last weekend, Trump said that there would be a bloodbath if he's not reelected in November. He, though, qualified that by saying he was only talking about the economy and the auto industry. Do you believe that to be true? And what do you think he was really talking about?
Well, it reminded me of when he was running in 2016, and he told the Second Amendment people to do something about
stand back and stand by
my mother. And then he also attempted to qualify by saying, well, he was basically just urging those Americans who cared about their Second Amendment rights to vote. But is that what his supporters heard? Right, I think he is a master at the dog whistle around gender and race, but also I think the unfortunate kind of simmering of violence that he has not created in our country, but certainly given kind of space and permission and oxygen to. And I think it's really dangerous. And I think, as Alyssa says here, I know, like, every day, basically, we need to take him literally and seriously. He shows us who he is. Every day.
Every day. Says the quiet part out loud.
He says the quiet part out loud.
Right now, Donald Trump, obviously 89 felony charges, was impeached twice. We know the vulnerabilities, yet in the key battleground states, he's outperforming Joe Biden. What do you think Joe Biden needs to do to change those numbers and change the trajectory of where the race is?
Well, I think the president certainly doesn't get the credit he deserves for where our economy is. I mean, we have the lowest unemployment in more than 50 years. Like, even from when my dad was in office, who is generally recognized as a very good steward of our economy. Real wages are up beyond where they were even before COVID. Inequality is going down. You know, he's forgiven $130 some odd billion worth of student loan debt, and he has said he will protect a woman's right to make her own choices in our country. And so I think, Alyssa, certainly I think the president made his case so forcefully in the State of the Union, and now I think it's incumbent on those of us who support him, like me, to do all we can to help people in battleground states, but really everywhere, to know what the stakes are in this election, but also to really recognize his record of achievement for America and Americans, and what he will do when he is hopefully elected for a second term.
He's been boasting about ending Roe v. Wade, and then some in the Republican Party are going as far as to call for maybe a federal ban. You've been a vocal advocate for reproductive rights for women. How do you think this will motivate people when they go to vote in November?
Well, sir, I think we have a lot of evidence that it's already motivated people. I mean, in every state where abortion rights have been on the ballot, either as an actual ballot initiative, as a proposed constitutional amendment, women and men, thankfully, because we do need the men here. We really need our male allies, have showed up and voted overwhelmingly to preserve our right to make what we believe are the right choices for ourselves and our families, and to make clear that the right to privacy extends to the entirety of our bodies. And so I think, thankfully, we have seen people really recognize what is at stake when they've had the chance to vote on it. And I do believe that there are a lot of women and men in this country who understand that that is so firmly on the ballot in November. I mean, Donald Trump has said he's in favor of a national abortion ban. He has said he will overturn the Affordable Care Act. He will cut Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, like other parts of the social safety net, imperiling all of us, but particularly women, and particularly women who are already vulnerable, including those who live in states where they no longer have a fundamental
And his party will go along with him also.
Totally. And he also said he will punish women who have sought abortions.
I think, didn't they also...
It's a punishing thing that's going on.
But also,
Jesse Clinton, who went to the views, actually, she was being asked about President Donald Trump. What's really happening to President Donald Trump? He talked about the abortion being banned. She tried to explain that President Donald Trump is really for the abortion, for women's right being taken. According to her, that is not right, because women are allowed to make their own decision, not to be controlled by the state and not be controlled by individuals, because they have their own body. So according to her, Trump to support that idea, President Donald Trump is very wrong for that, and she really do not support that, and she don't think President Donald Trump is going to be the right person to even be asked to vote. So she doesn't even think President Donald Trump will be the right person for the vote. she's against that according to her own perspective and according to her own view. She don't think President Donald Trump is the right candidate for anyone to vote for him. That will not be the right president. So she's calling out to the public to know about that and talking about the economic, about the economic. She went ahead and said that President Biden have not been appreciated, and saying President Biden have not really been appreciated for all what she have done for the economic. President Biden have been a wonderful president, but yet no one has ever appreciated him. From when President Donald Trump kept the economic, President Biden has been a wonderful person. She has really been trying to improve the economic of the United States from where President Donald Trump kept. According to what she said, during the regime of President Biden, you have a lot of low employment rate. Many people are employed. He helped to pay the student loan. So people, according to what President Donald Trump did. So no one can deny the fact that President Biden have been of great importance. She went ahead and talked about the bloodbath. When President Donald Trump talked about the bloodbath and he was being interrogated, he came and said, no, the bloodbath, he was just talking about the auto, like the car. He didn't really mean about negative thing that people were saying. They asked Chelsea if she really believed what President Donald Trump is saying. Chelsea Clinton, she believed that they should take President Donald Trump seriously, because that's not just a statement that anyone can use. That's a very serious statement for everyone, for anyone to use. So it's not something they should just sit on it lightly. They should look at it at a critical point, because it is not to be ignored. President Donald Trump is not to be trusted with all this, according to her. So it's not something they should trust him. They really have to take him serious, not just something to let it go. Actually, what do you really think? What do you really think? What do you really think? Do you think that President Donald Trump is just something to let him go? What do you think? Do you think that when President Donald Trump mean bloodbath, he didn't actually mean that? Because they start comparing with Hitler. They compare him because he's making friends with Russia. So they say he likes making friends with dictators, and he's just like them. He didn't bother about the millions of people Hitler killed. Hitler, and why such President Donald Trump will go towards that lane. They also talk about the economic. Do you believe that President Biden and regime for economic have been more better than President Donald Trump? Let me see your opinion on the comment section. And what do you think about the bloodbath that he was talking about? And also they talk about the women abortion. Do you support that women have their own right of abortion, their own privacy? Because a woman might have a sickness, or the baby might be deformed. So the best option is to abort that baby rather than to bring it sickly. What do you think? Let me see your opinion on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help and subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.